You're in Braves country. like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and flat out deceived.
Why did you get so drunk?
You got drunk. I'm just really exhausted.
What's in that cup?
Rum and Cokes.
Do you have any idea how important this is? We're trying to save the pub cup. Really? This is what you're doing? This is what you're doing?
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lam, ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead.
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Swung line drive left field. One run is in. Here comes Reed. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Forrest. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate.
Please remain standing. We call your attention to our fans here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture, our national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Play ball!
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Keep playing like this will be the last.
All right, you guys, let's listen up. We won a game yesterday. And if we win one today, that's 2 in a row. We win one tomorrow, that's called a winning streak. It has happened before. So let's see some hustle. Let's jack it up a little. I got a feeling things are about to turn around for us.
Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live as the Braves are on the road, and we're set to bring you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. Here's your starting lineups for today's action. Leading off and playing right field for your Atlanta Braves, it's Ronald Acuna Jr. 11 home runs, 20 RBI, 4 stolen bases, bang .336. Batting second, playing first, Matt Olson. 17 home runs, 58 RBI, a .270 average. Batting third, playing third, Austin Riley. 14 home runs, 47 RBI, 2 stolen bases, bang .274. Sean Murphy is behind home plate and batting cleanup with 13 home runs, 31 RBI, a .225 average. Jurickson Profar is in left field and batting fifth. 2 home runs, 4 RBI, a .222 clip. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. 12 home runs, 41 RBI, a .239 average. Batting seventh, playing second, Ozzie Albies. 6 home runs, 28 RBI, 7 stolen bases, bang .221. Batting eighth and patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves, Michael Harris II. He's got a .208 batting average with 6 home runs, 43 RBI, 12 stolen bases. Batting ninth, playing short, Nick Allen. .239 clip with 15 RBI, 6 stolen bases. On the mound for your Atlanta Braves, it's Spencer Strider Day. He's 3-7 with a 3.93 ERA, a 1.16 whip, 55 innings, 63 strikeouts, 43 hits allowed, 21 walks, 7 home runs served. He'll be going head-to-head with J.P. Sears. The southpaw is 7-7 with a 4.76 ERA and a 1.27 whip. 92 innings, 18 home runs allowed, 94 hits, 73 strikeouts, 24 walks. Backing up J.P. in the bottom of the first inning, and in right field, it's Lawrence Butler. 13 home runs, 39 RBI, 14 stolen bases, batting .253. Brent Rooker, the designated hitter, is batting second. 19 homers, 50 RBI, 2 stolen bases, batting .270. Nick Kurtz, batting third, playing first. 14 home runs, 39 RBI, a .245 average. Miguel Andujar, batting cleanup and playing third. A .296 average with 3 home runs, 20 RBI, 1 stolen base. Tyler Soderstrom, batting fifth, playing left. 15 home runs, 49 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .257. Max Muncy is batting sixth and at short. 8 home runs, 22 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .223. Wins is behind home plate and batting seventh. He's got a .293 average with 5 home runs, 19 RBI. Zach Geloff, batting eighth, playing second. 1 for 18 on the year with an RBI. And Denzel Clark is in center field and batting ninth. A .218 average, 3 home runs, 8 RBI, 5 stolen bases. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate tonight, it's Chris Guccione. Your first base umpire, Jonathan Parra. Second base will be manned by Chad Whitson, and down the third base line, it's Edwin Moscaso. Game time temperatures here in Sacramento, California at Sutter Health Park. It's expected to be 99 degrees at first pitch, with it dropping considerably as the sun goes down. The wind blowing out to right at 8 miles an hour. Your Atlanta Braves are minus 175 on the money line. The over-under is 10.5. Our pick to click tonight, we're going to go with Jurickson Profar. He's 2 for 4 lifetime against tonight's starter with 2 RBI. Your American Rebel beer, key to the game tonight, Spencer Strider should shove and get his strikeouts. And I expect Spencer Strider to pitch a really good ball game, hopefully in the 6th inning or beyond. Give us a quality start, and that should give the Atlanta Braves an opportunity to score some runs, get the lead, and shove it to the back of the bullpen. We haven't seen him yet, but the last thing we want to do is go into the 9th inning facing Mason Miller, their closer. He has elite stuff. You just don't see him that often because the Athletics don't win a ton of games. But if they get the lead into the 9th, it's going to be trouble. Braves got to score early and often and keep the pressure on the Athletics. Hopefully cruise to a win, and then we head off to St. Louis before heading home to Atlanta for the All-Star Game festivities. Put your click in the chat, slap that like, and let's get ready, Braves Country. We'd like to thank everybody for choosing Braves Country Radio, and a special thanks to all the country club members. Please like on your way in and subscribe, set those alerts, and share Braves Country Radio to help build the crowd so we can continue to bring you the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation is in its 5th season of bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 170 Atlanta Braves ball games. Please like and subscribe today. Join the Country Club. Thank you to all the Country Club members. You help support Braves Country Radio.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves Country.
Good evening, Braves country. Hope y'all are ready for a good night of baseball. I think we're going to get it. Spencer Strider on the bump. And that's not nothing. Maybe we can get a 2-game winning streak here heading into St. Louis. Maybe that momentum will carry us into the All-Star break. See what we got going on here in the chat here on Braves Country. I see George Pearson, Country Club member. What you talking about, Willis Mathis? Back in the Country Club. Welcome back, Willis. Who else do we have in here tonight? We got PETA, Country Club member. She's back. Iron Lung. Country Club members. Country Club member, Uncle Charlie Fritz. Who else do we have in here? Brian. Timmy Powell. Timmy! Country Club member. John. Adam Batman Westbury. We get a W and he's back, baby. He's back. D. Carroll, Country Club member. Justin Green Machine. Freedom, all in the Country Club. Tree Nug, good to see you. Everybody loves Raymond Lovelace, Country Club member. See if we have anybody else here in the club, and then we'll circle back here in a second. Mark Ricky Ricardo. Gad, Country Club member. If I missed Gary the Real McCoy, Country Club member. If I missed any of the Country Club members, jump back in and holler at me. Also tonight we see Angel in here. We see 904. Thank you for the contribution there, Gad. Who else do we have in here tonight? Billy Davis. Israel. Zach Jameson Taylor. I think I already said K, but good to see you, K. I think that's everybody. If I missed anybody, jump in. There we go. YouTube handle. Truth Handler. We are going to be back here in a flash, pitch by pitch, play by play of those Atlanta Braves. Keep it locked in here on Braves Country Radio. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
Good evening, Braves Country. Good to see you, Addison. Welcome back. B Money's in here. We got to get you some therapy there, B. You change your names like most people change their socks. I would say underwear, but I doubt that B Money changes that underwear that often, right? Hey-o! We're just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. B, we're just proud that you can spell FSU, man. That's the first step. Atlanta Braves taking on the Athletics, and the Athletics tonight are finally wearing their home yellow jerseys on top white pants, green ball cap with the A's logo. This is one of my favorite uniforms in all of sport. I didn't think we were going to get to see it this go around, but Atlanta's wearing their road blues, red piping down the middle, outlined in navy. Waiting for the 3D to kick in. Writing on the back in red, with white outlines and white names on the back for the Atlanta Braves. Blue ball cap and the white A representing the city of Atlanta, Georgia. J.P. Sears, 7-7 with a 4.76 ERA, hitting the mound. What you'll see from him tonight is a four-seam fastball at 39% of the time, sweeper 28%, and a changeup at 16%. The slider at 12. He's got a show-me sinker. He used that about 5% of the time, so just a few times in a ball game. Ronald Acuna Jr. is digging in. We are just about set. Waiting for that 3D to kick in. For pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Shadows are starting to crawl across home plate. On a 9:05 first pitch, and yes, sir! It is baseball time in Braves country. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball. We're going to call that for a strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1 brings it. 91 up top. Misses high. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Lefty-righty matchup. The pitch. Swing! Fouls it back. Still waiting for the 3D to kick in. It keeps jumping back and forth. So until it comes on the screen, don't want to make y'all nauseous. One-two count to Acuna. Swing and a miss, strike three. Sweeper got him on the outer edge. One down. I'm going to try reloading this because for whatever reason it's not connecting. It'll start to go into that 3D mode and then it jumps right back out. One up, one down. Matt Olson, the batter. Could be something they're doing out there. Yeah, I think it's something that they're doing out there in Oakland. Have to wait for it to cue in. First pitch on the way is a sweeper down below the knees, but called for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup. Sears comes set. Olson with 17 home runs on the year. Takes the 93 up high. Misses high. 1-1. 1-1 count. Sears comes set. Here we go, finally. Swing. That ball's belted high and deep. If it's fair, it's gone. It is going to land just foul. 1-2. That ball was smoked. It got deep into the trees out there, but probably about 5 feet right of the foul pole. It was a hanger. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Got him with the slider. 2 up, 2 down. Austin Riley will be your batter. Rubber match of the series. Lefty-righty matchup. Austin Riley digging in. The first pitch on the way. Just grabs the outer edge for a strike. Sweeper. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing. Bangs it on the ground over to third, and it's a 5-3 putout, and that'll end the inning. Braves go down 1-2-3. We'll grab the gloves, and Spencer Strider on his way to the mound here in Braves country.
So I went to the trampoline park with my nephews, and someone's little cooter goblin there got me sick, okay? Little kids just be, hapoo, hapoo, hapoo. And everywhere they got sticky booger infested hands. I don't know how I didn't think that I was not going to get sick, but here we are.
Let's do this. Making your bed in the morning is pointless. I'd rather listen to people speak than listen to music. Concerts are a waste of money when you can just throw a party and play the song. Vanilla ice cream is the only ice cream you should eat. In Colorado is better than New York. Vacationing from one big city to another just to see the sights is pointless, and you need to go soak up some nature for once. All food is breakfast food, and breakfast food is just food. Dating apps are not dating apps, they're cheating apps. Having a wedding outside of your hometown and making people travel is selfish. Brunch is a scam. Kids know their parents more than parents know their kids. If tomatoes are a fruit, then ketchup is jelly.
I fortunately have the objective perspective of a Yankee fan, and therefore I have come to understand Boston pain in a way, but it's different. There are kinds of pain. There's Chicago Cubs pain, which is never getting there at all. Boston Red Sox pain is very special. Boston Red Sox pain means getting to the very last inch again and again and again, and then missing it by that little hair. It's 1946 when Slaughter scores from first on a single. It's 1948 when there should have been a Subway Series here in Boston, but they lost a one-game playoff to Cleveland. It's the year of the impossible dream, 1967, when they get into the seventh game of the World Series and nobody could beat Bob Gibson, not Lon Borg, on 2 days' rest. It's 1975 when, after winning the greatest game in the history of baseball and Carlton Fisk's home run in the 12th, they blow it in the seventh game of the World Series. It's 1978 when Bucky Dent, of all people, hits a home run and wins the game for my guys in a single-game playoff. And it's 1986, quintessentially, of course, when the ball goes through Mr. Buckner's legs, though one shouldn't blame him because that was the end of a lot of disasters. It just goes on and on and on, the last inch and never consummation.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way from Spencer Strider is a four-seam fastball. Misses the zone, 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup, Lawrence Butler, the batter. The 1-0. 96 hit the top of the zone. Didn't get the call. This could be a long night here. 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Swing, chops it over to second. Ozzy's got it. 4-3 put out, one away. Chris Guccione is your home plate umpire. First base tonight is Jonathan Parra. He's the best one on this crew. We're not going to see him in this series as far as rankings go. Edwin Moscaso, who's the worst, is behind the plate last night. He's at third tonight, and Chad Whitson is at second tonight. First pitch on the way to Rooker. Swung on. That ball is smoked into left field. That's down for a base hit. Good sliding play by Profar. Fires it back into the infield, but it will be a leadoff double for Rooker. Good hustle by Profar. He stopped it from getting to the wall. Rooker still has pretty good speed and was able to turn two. Hard hit ball. No one in this lineup has seen Spencer Strider in their career except for the catcher, Austin Wynns, who is 3 for 4 lifetime with the home run. First pitch on the way to Nick Kurtz is a slider inside. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. We'll pull the stream back so you can see any kind of movement on the base paths. The 1-0. Strider comes set. Brings it in the dirt. 2-0. Slider missing well of the zone. The 2-0 count. That slider misses down and in. 3-0. That one did miss the zone, but he is getting pinched left and right by Guccione. Braves nothing. A's nothing. The 3-0 pitch. 95-mile-an-hour fastball outside the zone. Ball 4. And he'll walk. Second batter of the inning. Second base runner of the inning. His first walk on the day. That will set up the double play, though, up and down the line. First and second, 1 out. And Miguel Andujar comes to the plate. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. Slider. It's 0-1. Gil Andujar. 296 average, 3 home runs, 20 RBI. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Slider. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Pitch on the way. Swing, lifts it. High and deep into center field. Drifting back, making the catch is Harris. He'll fire it into the infield. Runners are hold. Retreating back to the bases. 2 away. Miguel Andujar had been activated for yesterday's game. We didn't see him. He was recovering from an oblique strain the last 5 weeks. First pitch on the way. Wham! That ball's hammered. That's gone. A hanger to Soderstrom. We've avoided his home run bat this series, but it's a 3-run shot, and the A's lead it 3-0. Spencer Strider, man, he is not hitting his mark. That was a hanger, a banger, and the A's take an early 3-run lead. That was a cement mixer, about belt high, right over the plate. That was that slider that didn't slide. Man, he got all of that one. Back to the drawing board, 2 outs. 3-0 your score. First pitch on the way, 96 on the black. It's 0-1. You can say that one of those runs was caused by home plate umpire Guccione pinching the zone. But, man, that home run, that was all on Strider. The 0-1 swing and a miss up top. It's 0-2. But, thankfully, this is a ballpark that you can score early and often, so the Braves far from out of this one. The 0-2 count. Swing. Right back in his kitchen. 4-seam fastball. Missed the mark, but it jammed him up. We'll do it again, 0-2. Oh-2 count. Kicks and fires. Pops it up. Back fouling out of play. We'll do it again. It's not the end all that beats all, but Strider has yet to strike anybody out here in the first inning, and that's usually not a good sign for Spencer. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, he got his first one. Gave up 3. We'll grab the bats. Heart of the order. Smurf leads us off when we return.
Boy math is when he tells you he's 5 minutes away when actually he hasn't even left the house yet.
Okay, that time you mixed up boy math with urban math.
Dad, you have been wrong about everything.
What are you talking about?
Well, the girl I'm dating now, she admits when she's wrong, she tells me she's sorry, and she said she'll change for me.
Yeah, let me ask you this. Have you guys done anything you seen her without clothes on?
No. Why?
Yeah. You're dating a man. Women don't do those things.
I'm on my way to my sister's house. Why? Because she's hosting, calls it a potluck, which I thought meant marijuana and gambling, but it doesn't. It means she's cheap and we have to bring all the damn food. My other sister is going to show up with these things that I hate, her children. And there'll be other relatives that I'm not eager to see. My Uncle Ray will be there. Ray has always been the world to me. Round, gaseous, and polluted. My cousin Sheila will be there. Sheila likes to brag that she never got the COVID vaccine, she never got the booster, and she never got COVID, which is ironic because her nickname in high school was Super Spreader. Not looking forward to this.
In 1986, the Red Sox were in the World Series again, facing the New York Mets. It was the first time a team from Boston had played a team from New York in the series since 1912. When Fred Snodgrass's fielding error had given the championship to the Red Sox. The Red Sox took the first 2 games in New York, lost the next two in Boston, then won the fifth. They needed just one more win to clinch their first world championship since 1918.
Please like and subscribe today. It's free and it helps us bring you more. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. All right, Braves Country, let's wake these bats up. Braves trail 3-0. Scored 9 last night in this ballpark. Wind is blowing out and it's very warm, so the ball should carry quite a bit tonight. First pitch, it was right around 98 degrees. It'll drop quite a bit when the sun goes down. First pitch on the way to Sean Murphy is a slider outside the zone. It's 1-0. Lefty-righty matchup, Sean Murphy. His old team, the 1-0, outside wide 2-0. Would say it's his old stomping grounds, but they never played in Sacramento when he was with the Athletics. Keep expecting him or Murphy to have him or Olsen to have a really big night. The 2-0 swing, fouls it back, 2-1. 2-1 count. The first fire snit is shot into the chat of the night. I look over there one time, is the first thing I see, Colby. The 2-1. High and inside, 3-1. 3-1 count. Infield back into the left. Yeah, it's Snicker's fault that Spencer Strider threw a cement mixer there across the plate. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Chase that one well off the edge. Full count. Way over aggressive there. Full count to Murph. The payoff pitch. Caught looking, strike 3. Unbelievable. I don't know what Tim Hires has done to this team, but get him away from him. One away. I don't recall ever seeing them take this many strikes. I don't think he's telling them to do that, but he's in between those ears. And it's extremely noticeable this year. First pitch on the way to Profar is up top for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing, rips it down the third base line, but just foul. That was going to be extra bases. It just missed hitting pay dirt, kicking to the left of the third base bag. So an 0-2 to Profar. Standing on deck is Ozuna. The pitch. Inside, high, 1-2. If you're wondering about his effect on the game, home plate umpire is the 1-2. Inside, 2-2. Chris Guccione. So his average ERA is 3.98. The lowest, meaning a pitcher's umpire, is 3.84 this year. So he's pretty much neutral. Is the 2-2. Swing, bangs it down the line. We'll do it again. But he does have a lower strikeout rate, so that means that even though they're telling you he's neutral, he's not giving pitches. He pinches the zone. Now, whether or not that's the entire game, but he has started out that way with Strider. And there's been one, maybe two pitches with Sears as well. The 2-2. Swing, pops it back foul. We'll do it again. Jurickson Profar's 2 for 5 lifetime against J.P. Sears. Braves nothing. Athletics 3. Top of the second inning. Sears comes set. Brings it. Swing, chops that one foul. Might have chased one a little bit out of the zone, but the 2 strikes just defending the plate. Two count. Lefty righty, the switch hitting Profar digs in. Swing! That ball's lifted down the line, but foul and out of play towards that tent area. Not really sure what they have going on there, but it's got to be some kind of a lounge area where they've expanded viewing area, with this being Major League Baseball, but a minor league stadium hosting the A's for the next couple of seasons. The 2-2. Swing, fist that one back, foul. Staying alive. More pitches you see, the better it is. Even if it's not on this at bat, it may pay dividends later in the game. 2-2 count. Deuce is wild. Profar batting .222. Top of the second, a 2-2 count. Sears comes set, brings it. Up high, misses. Ball 3, and that's a typical pitch where a lot of these umpires are going to call a strike. So he does pinch his own, and it could lead to a high-scoring game. This will be the 11th pitch of the at-bat. Sears, he's going to get a visit from Austin Wynns. I was thinking of the shortstop we're about to see in St. Louis. Austin Wynns is going to go out there and talk to him real quick. And that could just be to give him a breather. Could just be going out there going, what do you want to throw these next couple of pitches? He is about to throw the 11th pitch of this at bat. The same token, you are opening up for Profar to reset himself. Wynns gets back behind home plate. You got a full count. Beautiful sunshiny evening here in Sacramento, California. Comes set, brings it. Swing, pops it up. High into center field. Denzel Clark underneath it. 2 down. 2 up, 2 down here in the second, and that'll bring Marcell Ozuna to the plate. The Big Zoo hit a home run for the first time in a long time last night. He's 12th of the year. First pitch on the way. Right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup. Shadows crossing the pitcher's mound. Swing! That ball's smashed foul over the first base dugout. It's 0-2. Austin Wynns. Man, how time flies. I was still thinking of him as a fairly young guy. 34-year-old. Drafted by the Orioles in 2013. In the 10th round, the 0-2. Swing, slaps that one back foul. Played with the Orioles until 2021. Then he went to, in 2023, he went from the Giants to the Dodgers to the Rockies. Last year, he was with Cincinnati and the Athletics, the 0-2, outside wide 1-2. One-two count. Thirty-second pitch of the night for Sears. Up top, misses, 2-2. If nothing else, they're making them work. And J.P. Sears, he doesn't have a lot of... He's not a hard thrower. He's more of a location pitcher, so he's going to try to get you to swing at things you don't want to and rely on his defense. The 2-2. Swing, pops that one up. Got underneath it just like Profar. Denzel Clark fighting the sun. He'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. Braves go down in order. We trail by 3. Heading to the bottom of the second, Spencer Strider will try to figure things out when we come back.
My money don't jiggle jiggle, however my thighs and my belly do, so my money don't jiggle jiggle, however my thighs and my belly do, so there's that.
You decided to walk to the park with the kids, something you've never done before.
I like to see where we are as a group, and I'll be honest, we had a good start, organized. Even that surprised me.
And when did you first learn their legs were tired?
You know, I'm not a good judge of distance, but I can say we still could see the house.
Parent-teacher conference go well this week?
Yeah.
Is your kid eating the glue?
Just likes to use it as chapstick, which I think is better, but...
What's the overall feeling when crossing a fairly major intersection with 2 young children?
Fear.
And can you elaborate on that?
Look, I'll say this. Gentle parenting is off the table in that situation.
You really went after that Gatorade when you got home.
I packed 3 water bottles not knowing that my water bottle was to be a refill for theirs.
Did we see a bit of a limp out of the car?
Yeah, my legs fell asleep. 2 sessions I sat through, in a tiny chair at a tiny desk, with regular chairs in the rooms.
You ever had your heart broken so hard that you just enter your grandma era? I mean, like, I've always been in mine. This shirt makes me feel like I could do a puzzle or something.
If you find yourself having a bad day today, just remember this. There is somebody from your hometown still trying to be a rapper.
In Game 6 at Shea Stadium, the 2 teams fought through the 9th, with the score tied 3-3.
NBC had the World Series in 1986. It was my job to be in the Red Sox clubhouse after the 6th game. I went down at the end of the 8th inning. The score was tied, but I knew I had to be there quickly in case the game should suddenly end. So I watched the last couple of innings from the corner of the Red Sox dugout.
Aguilera brings it in to Henderson. Swinging a long one into left field. That ball might leave the park. It's a home run, and Boston leads here in the 10th inning.
Welcome back. Got an 0-2 count to Austin wins. Righty-righty matchup. Braves trail 3-0. Clean this screen up for you. The 0-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him. One up, one down. Second strikeout of the night for Strider. That'll bring Geloff to the plate. He swings at the first pitch he sees and pops it up, but it'll bend high and out of play. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Geloff batting .056 on the season, just 20 at bats, so one hit in that time period. The 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. Game 3 of a 3-game set. Atlanta heads to St. Louis tomorrow to take on the Cardinals. The 1-1 swing and a miss. 1-2. Hasn't been a strong indication of what they're going to do, though they have been moving some things around down on the farm. The 1-2. Looked like he went around, did he? He did. Strike 3. Kind of a half-hearted check swing, but he definitely offered at it 2 away. Two up, 2 down, bottom of the second. Spencer Strider goes back to work. First pitch, 96, high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Denzel Clark batting .218 on the year. 3 home runs, the 1-0. 95 misses high and out of the zone. Ball 2-0. 2-0 count. Kicks and brings it 3-0, 95. That fastball's kind of been all over the place tonight. The 3-0, ball 4. 3 straight pitches high and out of the zone, almost the exact same spot. Clark will head down to first, and that'll flip the lineup over. All the guys you're pitching around, that's not one of them in this A's order. First pitch on the way to Butler. Lawrence Butler takes a swing and a miss at a bender. Down and in, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Runner goes. Here comes the throw down to second. He'll beat it in plenty of time. Pick the best pitch to go on and steal second base with ease. Strider doesn't throw him a whole lot, but he threw that curveball and he timed it up perfectly. Wasn't a great jump, but he's got very good speed. The 1-1. Swing, chops it over to second. Ozzie has it, flips it to Olsen. That'll end the inning. They get one on via the walk, but Strider works around it. Strikes out 2 of the 3. Looks like he's settling in. We'll be back in a flash. Braves grab the bats.
I'm mad. I have to go to work. I have to earn a living. I'd rather have a private income and get laid well and often.
Where do men find the audacity? I was in Walmart, okay, and I was shopping, and this man comes up to me, and he said, your dress, it's giving butter churning vibes. But, okay, just because you add vibes at the end of something don't mean it's any less insulting.
Audited? Why? What are you talking about? I'm not scamming the government, if that's what you're saying.
Your license plate says scamming.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Yes.
When your girlfriend asks who you're talking to on the phone, tell her a hooker. Be a man.
What's that?
Eye cream.
From where?
From Paris.
How did you pay for it?
One of my credit cards is still working.
Oh, you're charging things to your credit card. I see. And how are you going to pay for it?
I don't think you understand. I already have it.
I watched Dave Henderson hit his home run, and the Red Sox tack on another run in the top of the 10th.
Look at this bench.
And with the score 5-3, I went back into their clubhouse. They had put the cellophane over each of the lockers in anticipation of the champagne spray. They had built the little podium from which to do the post-game interviews. The cameras and the cable and the microphones were all in place. The World Championship trophy was on a stand covered by a piece of cloth. Frail Mrs. Yawkey had been led in there, and she was standing next to the trophy, along with Commissioner Uberoth. And they were watching with me on a little monitor as the Mets came up to bat in the bottom of the 10th.
Welcome back. Ozzie Albies leads us off. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way is a sweeper on the outer edge for a strike. Low in the zone. It's 0-1. Ozzie Albies batting .221 on the year. 6 home runs. The 0-1. Outside wide. 1-1. 604 OPS. 28 RBI. Infield back into the left, the 1-1. Chase one out of the zone. He'll dribble it over to short, and it's a 6-3 put out. 1 down. It's been a big controversy over on X from last night. I don't know if y'all saw it, but it was blown way out of proportion. Mark Bowman, one of the beat writers, makes a funny comment. It was right after the Braves had annihilated the starting pitcher for the Athletics last night. As the first pitch on the way is a sweeper on the edge to Harris. It's 0-1. And he made the joke that the Braves said they sent Didier Fuentes down to the minor leagues, but it looks like they traded him to the Athletics, meaning how bad he's been getting hit. The 0-1. Chopper back to the mound. Easy 1-3 put out. Harris down once again. 2 down. That'll drop Harris's batting average down to 207. And you should have seen, if you didn't pay attention, you should have seen the people clutching their pearls over on Twitter. I mean, it was like he had said the most vile thing about a human being ever. And good for him, he didn't take it down. People were saying, I can't believe you haven't taken that down. He's like, why? And I'm like, exactly. The guy's making a joke. It's been a tough season. Quit being so soft. First pitch on the way to Allen is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. When I saw, because all I saw was everyone's reactions last night before first logged off, because obviously I was doing the game when the thing was actually said. I thought he just said something terrible. They were calling for his job and everything. And so someone made a funny tweet today. It's the 1-1's outside wide. 2-1. And it was in response to everybody making a big deal. The 2-1 misses wide, 3-1. And it just said, I still can't believe Bowman threw shade at my favorite pitcher of all time, Didier Fuentes, and I will be reaching out to my state senator. The 3-1 pitch, outside wide, ball. Wow. Okay, they're going to call that a strike. He's been pitching the zone all damn night, and all of a sudden a pitch 2 to 3 inches off the plate is a strike. Chris Guccione, you are not good at what you do or what you don't do. The payoff pitch, swing, lifts it to right field. Going back on the track, making the catch at the wall is Lawrence Butler, and that'll end the inning. So another victim of a bad umpire behind the plate. We'll grab the gloves and try to keep him right where we're at. Spencer Strider goes back to work.
Give me a phrase that somebody born after the year 2000 wouldn't understand.
Is it in the white pages or yellow pages?
You gotta put it on channel 3.
Please don't text me. It costs me a dime every time.
Really took me off her top 8. Like, after everything we've been through, she's just gonna remove me from her top 8. Like we weren't ever friends. Like,
get off the internet. I need to call your grandmother.
Smoking or non-smoking?
What time is the movie? I don't know. Let's call and ask.
Oh, no, if it's not working, you've just got to blow on it, right? Yeah, no. Pull it out, turn it upside down, you know, and then just jam it back in there. That'll work.
The Cowboys are headed to the Super Bowl.
Can't really think of a phrase, but I can think of a noise.
Armchair.
Boston reliever Calvin Schiraldi needed just 3 outs to win the game. Veteran first baseman Bill Buckner, hobbled by leg injuries all year, was often replaced in late innings with a younger player. This time, manager John McNamara kept him in the game.
And the Mets are down to their last out.
I remember I was standing there thinking to myself, this is going to be the first ever interview in the wake of a Red Sox championship. There was no radio in 1918. There was no television, obviously. This is the first recorded moment after the Red Sox have won a world championship. So I'm thinking, how should that be summed up? What do you say to Mrs. Yawkey? What do you say to McNamara? What do you say to Boggs and Rice and Seaver and whomever else?
And Roger Clemens hoping for that last out. Lined into left field, base hit for Carter, and the Mets are still alive.
Welcome back. First pitch from Strider to Rooker. who had a doubles last time up, is there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 misses inside, 1-1. 1-1 count. Thank you for the support there, Mr. Willis. Pitch on the way. Bang down the third base line, but foul. 1-2. 1-2 count. Strider brings it. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the slider from Strider. 1 away. That pitch was well out of the zone. I think Rooker decided he was swinging at that pitch sometime around Tuesday afternoon. 1 up, 1 down. Good to see you, AY. Pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball. High and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Kurtz walked his first time up, the 1-0. Misses, 2-0. Changeup. Trying to grab the plate. It's a 2-0 count. Kicks and brings it. 95 right there on the black, 2-1. Two-one count. Strider, by the way, 38 pitches, so he's all right on that mark. The pitch, swing, fouls it away, 2-2. Thank you for the contribution, Peta. The 2-2 from Strider, number 40 of the night. Swing, just got a piece of it. Stay alive. Braves trail 3-0. Good to see you, Shooter. SS Dub. The 2-2. Slider down and in. So now you got a full count. Standing on deck is Andujar. The payoff pitch. Caught, looking strike 3. He got caught watching the paint dry. Slider at the knees from Strider. 2 down. Good pitch. The look from Kurtz going back to the dugout, staring at Strider. It wasn't like staring him down like mean stare. It was more like, what the hell was that? 5 strikeouts for Strider now. First pitch on the way is 96 right down the pipe on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Miguel Andujar lined out his first time up. He took a couple of whiffs at some wild sliders his first couple of pitches. The 0-1 fouls it away, 0-2. Got to figure that they're going to try to dust him off with that pitch. And he swung at one that was in the left-hand batter's box. Miguel Andujar, the former Yankee. Pitch on the way. Inside misses, 1-2. 1-2 count. Thank you, Brian. Pitch on the way. They did try to dial up that slider. That one was well out of the zone. 2-2. So a 2-2 count. 2 down. Bottom of the third. The pitch. Swing, lifts it. Soft line drive into the glove of Nick Allen. That'll end the inning. A's go down. 1, 2, 3. We'll be back in a flash. Acuna leads us off when we return.
Say what you want, but I'm a blue-collar queen through and through, y'all. Through and through. Serving mashed potatoes 1 plate at a time. Someone had to step to the front lines and do it. That was me. That was me.
Y'all, my wife asked me how I managed to stay with her for 16 years. I told her she got enough personalities to keep me occupied for another 20. That's it. I'm elevating us to threat level yellow. It's time.
Yellow?
Yeah, it's time.
What were we before?
Orange, of course.
Orange is much more threatening than yellow.
No, that's an old system that doesn't work anymore. Clearly, yellow is more threatening than orange.
Red.
Good.
Orange, red.
This is yellow.
Red, red.
Yes, is that more threatening?
Yellow, orange, red. It's backwards going to yellow.
Wow. Color fight.
And now suddenly with 2 out in the 10th inning, the tying runs are aboard, and Ray Knight will be the batter. And that's going to be hit into center field, base hit. Here comes Carter to score, and the tying run is at third in Kevin Mitchell. And John McNamara goes to the mound, and he wants Bob Stanley to pitch to Mookie Wilson.
And I remember I said to the people in the truck, what happens if they tie the game? And they said, you get the hell out of there as fast as you possibly can.
2 out in the 10th, 5-4 Red Sox, 2-2 to Mookie Wilson. And it's going to go to the backstop. Here comes Mitchell to score the tying run. Oh, brother. So the winning run is at second base with 2 out, 3-2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
It was surreal. At this point, the cellophane comes off. They start backing the cameras out, and I'm watching over my shoulder as Wilson hits the ground ball through Buckner's legs. You have never seen so much equipment and so many people disappear from one place so fast. Before the Red Sox could come out of the visitors' dugout and down the tunnel and into the room, all traces of the preparation for a championship had been removed.
Ronald Acuna leads us off. First pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball. High and out of the zone, it's 1-0. Acuna struck out his first time up. Second time through the lineup for Sears, the 1-0. 90 up top, grab the edge. Top corner, 1-1. JP Sears has a perfect game going so far. 3 strikeouts, no hits, no walks. 1-1, down and away to him. Should be a no-hitter right now because he walked Nick out. It was just a bad call by home plate umpire Chris Cuccione if you're just joining us. The 2-1 to Acuna. 93 misses outside. 3-1. That was a 50-50 pitch. Depending on what kind of A you have on your hat, you think that was a ball or a strike. The 3-1 count. Swing. Fouls it back. 4-seam fastball right there in on the hands. Full count. Acuna steps out of the box, digs back in. The 3-2 from Sears, his 50th of the night. The payoff pitch. Swing, fouls it back. Braves trail 3-0. If you're just joining us, it was a 3-run home run by Tyler Soderstrom that broke it open in the bottom of the first inning. Payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's not throwing hard. He's just out thinking Acuna right now, 1 away. That was 93 right down the middle of the plate, and he must have been sitting on something soft because Acuna, when he took his swing, he was about a tick behind that. One up, one down. Matt Olson, who almost hit one out his own right first time up. First pitch swinging, fouls it away. 4-seam fastball about letter high over the plate. It's 0-1. He drilled one to the right field corner, probably about 7 feet foul of the pole. The 0-1. Swing, fouls that one away. 4-seam fastball, 0-2. Thank you for the sports shooter. 0-2 count. Sears at 53 pitches as Olson takes his timeout. I just saw that from the athletic side. I don't think they showed it on the A side. The right fielder on that foul ball is the 0-2, misses way outside sweeper. 1-2. That foul ball, the left fielder Soderstrom, he banged into the wall and he was nowhere near the ball. It was kind of comical. 1-2. Swing, slices it away. Nothing else. You got to keep running this pitch count up, get Sears out of this game. Athletics have one of the worst bullpens in baseball, ranked last in the American League, only a tick in front of the Washington Nationals. They do have a great closer, though. The 1-2. Outside wide, 2-2. Mason Miller, he is a guy that folks have talked about in trade talks. I just don't think they want to trade him. He's got too many years of control. The 2-2 pitch, outside wide, 3-2. You're trying to build a contender. You're trying to build a team getting ready for that new stadium in Las Vegas in a couple of seasons. You want to have a closer that you can lean on. The payoff pitch, swing, fouls it straight back. It's kind of like the way when people start talking about this year, the Braves having one bad season, and they're wanting to trade the whole team. I mean, you talk about an instant gratification type of fan there. Because what are you going to do in a year or so when they're just awful bringing up all these youngsters that we traded for and you have no core? The payoff pitch, swing, just got a piece of it. They're having a down year, and they wouldn't tell you that they weren't, but there's certain pieces I'm just not ready to give up on. Full count to Olson. Standing on deck is Austin Riley. Braves looking for their first base runner. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. The payoff pitch. 93 at the corner, strike 3. Got to swing the bat there. 2 down. Thank you for the contribution, Denise. Looks like I missed one. I'll get to the other one here in a second. Austin Riley, the batter. First pitch on the way. Right there at the knees, changeup. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Lefty righty. Swing. Fouls it straight back. 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Sears, perfect so far. 62 pitches in. Here in the top of the 4th. The 0-2. Swing. Smokes it down the left field line. That's down where the green grass grows. Austin Riley takes a wide turn at first, heading for second, and it'll be a 2-out double for the Rays.
You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
Hard hit ball, smoked past the third baseman Andujar. He never had a chance. He gave it a good old college try diving for it, but he was about 3 feet and 2 clicks behind. That'll bring Sean Murphy to the plate. Thank you for the contribution, Iron Lung. Lefty-righty matchup. The first pitch on the way is a sweeper well outside. 1-0. He was aiming for the inside part of the plate, and that thing kicked way outside. That's when you want to hang right there in the middle of the plate, so Smurf, that's his wheelhouse. 1-0. Grabs the edge, slider. Good pitch, 1-1. 1-1 count. Braves trail by 3. They could cut into this lead with a single. The 1-1. Inside, misses 2-1. Riley's not really known for having great speed, but he's a very good base runner and still has solid speed. I would think if anything gets down in the outfield, Freddie's going to send him. The 2-1 pitch. Sears comes set. 92 inside. 2-2. That was Sears' 67th pitch, so he's a little north of where he wants to be, but nothing dramatic. The no-hitter's gone. The perfect game's gone. Now the Braves trying to spoil that shutout he has working. 2-2 count. Runner at second. 2 outs. Deuces wild here in the top of the 4th. Comes set. The pitch. Swing! That ball's laced down the left field line, and that ball's going to get down where the green grass grows. It goes up against the wall. The throw comes in, and Smurf wisely does not slide. He just avoids the tag, and it is 3-1. The Braves are on the board. How about that?
Smurf is me. I must call an emergency meeting.
The A's do not want to challenge it. It was a close play. Had he slid, Murph would have been out.
Don't try to fool me.
But Geloff was looking for the leg to tag, and instead Murph wisely did not slide and barely beat it in. I've said this for a long time, especially on a play like that. There's nothing wrong with overrunning the bag and not sliding, then tagging the bag when the guy's momentum takes him far away and all you know what you're doing. First pitch on the way to Profar is outside the zone. It's 1-0. Braves trail 3-1 now. Another base hit could cut it to a 1-run game. The 1-0, down and in 2-0. Profar's had a quiet series at the plate. Batting average has dropped down to 217. You kind of expect him to go through ebbs and flows because this is basically April for him. The 2-0. Swing! That ball's lifted high and deep. Going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ramalama ding dong, and Jurickson Profar, pro good. Jurickson Profar goes yard and ties this puppy up at 3 apiece. Holy Toledo! What a smack! Jerk store!
You insane. Jerk store would have smoked that guy. Smoked him, I say. It's smart. It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it. And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience. Not you.
352 happy feet later.
They're running out of you.
And the jerk store comes through. He jerked that one over the left field wall, and the Braves have tied it at 3. Marcell Ozuna, your batter now. All the hits, all the runs have come here in the 4th inning. First pitch on the way to Marcell is a slider, a little bit down and away, but called for a wide, strike 1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing. Rolls over that one. It's 1-1. Excuse me, 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Thinking about how that first pitch should have been a ball, but it was called for a wide strike. Marcell Ozuna flew out his first time up. 12 home runs on the year. The 0-2 pitch. Swing. Chops it over to short. Should be an easy play. It is. And that'll end the inning. But not for your Atlanta Braves. put 3 on the board. 2 by the Jerk Store. We'll be back in a flash.
Well, the Jerk Store, Cole, they're running out of you.
Am I the only person that feels like they're being held hostage driving behind a school bus? Because, like, why, bro? I'm not following you to the school. Why are you holding me hostage back here? I can't even go around you because you got the big blinky stop signs, bro. Why? And, like, I get it. You got to pick up the crotch goblins, but, like, after this group, can you please pull to the side of the road and let the 9,342 cars that have accumulated over the last 3 bus stops pass you? They will literally burn rubber passing you. And seriously. And I know you're thinking, what about the kids? Let them walk. You know what I mean? It'll probably do the kids some good, though. You burn off some of that excess energy and probably act right in school. Who knows? Either way, it's a win-win. You get no buses on the routes and kids act better.
If one picture is worth 1,000 words, you have seen about 1,000,000 words. But more than that, you have seen an absolutely bizarre finish to Game 6 of the 1986 World Series. The Mets are not only alive, they are well, and they will play the Red Sox in Game 7 tomorrow.
2 days later, the Mets won the championship 8-5.
I wouldn't even watch the 7th game. I knew it was over, and it didn't even matter to me. Even if they'd won, somehow they had lost in '86. And my kids, however, who were then 7 and 8 years old, were big fans, and they were incomprehensible that I wasn't watching the game. So they, of course, were watching it, and I let them call into me only when the Red Sox were winning. Then, of course, by the 6th inning, when the Mets caught up, they were tied and losing, and so I didn't hear any more of it until the end. When they came in to tell me that the Red Sox had lost, I surprisingly started crying. I didn't expect to, because I thought I was preventing myself from caring about it. And these little kids said to me, Mom, it's all right. They'll win next year. And I remember thinking, oh my God, these kids don't know yet that they haven't won since 1918, and I can't tell them that. And I had this terrible feeling of wisdom that I did not want to impart to the kids.
Welcome back. First pitch of the 4th inning is hammered into left field by Soderstrom, and he is liking what he's seeing out of the hand of Spencer Strider. 1 on, nobody out. Soderstrom hit a 445-foot blast his first time up. Gets a single there. He's 2 for 2. That'll bring Max Muncy to the plate. No, not that Max Muncy. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Braves 3, A's 3. If you're just joining us or dipped out and came back, Atlanta Braves scored 3 in the top of the 4th to tie this baby up. A Murphy double, sending Riley home, and then a 2-run home run by Jurickson Profar. All that done with 2 outs, including the Riley double. They're going to flip it over to first real quick. So a 3-run home run in the first made it 3-0 if you're just joining us. And then in the 4th, after not giving up any hits or walks, J.P. Sears gave up a double, a homer, and that's where we stand. Or, excuse me, a double, and a homer. That's what I should have said. Pitch on the way to Muncy's fouled straight back. It's 1-2. We'll go ahead and pull the camera back out in case there's any action on the base paths. Soderstrom with decent speed. The 1-2. Slider down and in. 2-2. 2-2 count. We'll hit your out-of-town scoreboard here in a second. The 2-2. Tried to get him to chase the slider well off the plate. 3-2. Earlier today, there were many a day games and early evening games. Guardians and White Sox were postponed. The payoff pitch. Swing, fist it back foul. We'll do it again. That's going to be made up as a doubleheader tomorrow. White Sox and Guardians. Red Sox outlast the Rays 4-3 in Boston, Massachusetts. Reds blank the Marlins 6-0 in Cincinnati, Ohio. Spencer Strider comes set. The payoff pitch. Brings it. Caught looking, strike three. The throw down to second. That's going to be good old-fashioned strike him out, throw him out. 2 down. I don't know if Soderstrom knows he's out. He's looking around. I mean, that throw got him at the top of the chest. Maybe he thought the runner was... it's close. Strider, hurry up and get that ball out. Throw that first pitch, buddy. Doesn't look like they're going... At this point, they would have already had to give the signal. But looking at it, it's bang, bang. First pitch on the way is 96 high and inside. It's 1-0. That's where, like... And I'm not putting this on Ozzie. It's all... guys up there. Now that you have instant replay, is the 1-0 swing and a miss, 1-1, 95 fastball. You have got to start training these guys that when they're sitting there waiting for the runner to slide into their tag, they've got to start leaning towards them and tagging them. 1-1, 96 misses high and out of the zone, 2-1. Because too many times you're seeing where the ball beats the player. In old school baseball, you always called them out. Now, all it takes is to get your foot or your hand on the bag before they actually touch you. Is the 2-1. Banged over to short, and it's going to go off the glove of Allen. I think he was highly distracted by the broken bat heading his way. And that'll probably be an E6, an uncommon error for the glove of Nick Allen. But I don't see how you call it anything else. The bat shattered in half and headed towards the shortstop area, and he kind of jumped out of the way, and I think his vision got that broken bat shattered towards him, and he was thinking self-preservation. The first pitch on the way is 95 on the outer edge to Geloff. It's 0-1. You hate it, but you understand it. The 0-1. I think they're giving Wins a hit. They're giving him a hit. That wasn't a hit. The 0-1. Right there at the knees, 0-2. That ball went right in, hit him in a bad place right in the glove. But once again, he was distracted by that shrapnel coming by his head. The 0-2 count. Spencer Strider comes set. Looking to dust this one off the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Smoke him if you got him. He got him. 7 strikeouts for the Strider. Let's get him the lead. We go to the 5th here in Sacramento.
The fact that there is a term for domestic housewife implies that there is...
Carol, okay?
The Minnesota Twins have a lot of fans, but it would be their biggest fan that would propel them to World Series victories in 1987 and 1991. Dick Erickson worked at the Metrodome from 1982 until he retired in 1995. In 2003, he admitted that he adjusted the ventilation system during the late inning of close games in an attempt to get baseballs to carry farther when the Twins were up to the plate. And that's not all. He also claimed the fans behind home plate were turned on when the Twins were on offense. So when did one of these incidents occur? Look no further than the 11th inning of Game 6 of the 1991 World Series. Kirby Puckett is up at the plate with the fans blowing out. Next thing you know, we're headed to Game 7. And don't think that other teams weren't suspicious. One manager went as far as to say there was a breeze blowing out when they were on defense and a breeze blowing in when they were on offense. In the 13 years he was employed by the Twins, they only had a losing record at home 3 times. Even crazier, the Twins were 8-0 at home and 0-6 on the road during their 2 World Series appearances in 1987 and 1991. So do you think the Twins were aided by the air conditioning and the fans during their 2 World Series runs? Or do you think the former superintendent was blowing things out of proportion?
It occurred to me that it was 11 years ago today. My buddy Jim came running out, hollering, "It's a boy, it's a boy." Tears running down his face. That's the last time we went to Thailand.
The moments of great personal failure or humiliation in baseball, Merkel's boner, Snodgrass's muff, Branca's pitch to Bobby Thompson,
We all lose in our lives. We are fortunate enough not to have to lose in front of national television audiences. But inevitably, within a few years, there's a rehabilitation, and you feel sorry for him. Bill Buckner right now, people in Boston say, good old Bill, he did his best. They would have killed him that day. Well, it's nice that we're forgiving in that fashion.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball, your Atlanta Braves. Start this inning off with Ozzie Albies coming to the plate. First pitch on the way is a sweeper. Misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Lefty-righty matchup, open stance from the right side for the Wiz. The 1-0. Swing, lifts it. High into right field. Just about warning track power. It'll die into the glove of Butler. Quickly one away. I always forget about that clip because I have people ask me all the time, like, what's your favorite clip? But, man, that one that just played makes me laugh every time. They're talking about being in Thailand. It's a boy. It's a boy. 1 down. Harris, your batter. He's 0 for 1, batting .207 on the year. First pitch. Swing! That ball's lifted high into center field. Denzel Clark will make the catch. 2 down. Another warning track power. He was smiling, Michael was. I think he thought he got more of that than what he did. But, when you're batting as badly as he's been batting, you get anything out of the infield, you tend to be a little happy. Nick Allen, your batter. Someone needs to eat some pitches in this inning. First pitch on the way, 91 inside. 1-0. That's the most dumbfounding thing of the slump that is Ozzie and Harris. They can't get these guys to take pitches. The 1-0. Swing, slaps it down the right field line. That's down for a base hit. And it's a 2-out single for Nick Allen. Nick Allen takes a wide turn. They fire it back to first, but he's back in time. And Ronald Acuna Jr. will be coming to the plate with little Nicky on the base paths.
Hitting? It's not about muscle. It's simple physics. Calculate the velocity V in relation to the trajectory T, in which G, gravity, of course, remains a constant. It's not complicated.
Lefty-righty, first pitch on the way. Outside wide, changeup. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Sears comes set. Brings it. Drifts a changeup over the plate. 1-1. I just don't think Acuna's seeing it well out of Sears' hands, because that is a pitch there that normally Acuna annihilates. He swung late on that fastball for a strike 3 his last time up. I mean, that thing was a hanger. And he just threw there. Sometimes you just don't see the ball well against a pitcher. 1-0. Another one. Sweeper. Another hanger. 1-2. He is in between his ears for sure. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Did something happen there? I missed something? All right, I'm really confused. There was 2 pitches. They must have called time on one of them, so now it's a 1-2. I didn't see the indication. You got a 1-2 count. You're going to flip it over to first real quick. It's really strange, too, because Sears, his delivery and his stuff, it just seems like a pitcher that Acuna would tattoo, but he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, and he's 1-2 here. The 1-2. Inside, 2-2. came very close to Acuna's hands. The 2-2 count, 2 outs. Pitch on the way. Down and away, full count. Now that means that Little Nicky will be off to the races. Arizona's taken a 1-0 lead over San Diego. They're just getting going in the third. So Little Nicky leaning off the edge. The payoff pitch. Swing, pops it back foul. Sweeper up high. Full count. Allen with good speed. Anything that gets down into the gap would get us the lead. The payoff pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ronald Acuna Jr. has struck out 3 times against J.P. Sears. What the hell is going on? We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
All right, Carter, you got 25.87.
Not for long. I make bad financial decisions.
I saw a post on Facebook just now that said, go laugh in the places that you've cried. So I'm sitting here in the parking lot of a Shell station, and I'm realizing that life may be chewing me up and me out, but I am built like a piece of corn, and I will persevere.
I'm 36 years old, I've got flabby arm and pelican neck, and all my house plants are dead, and no one loves me. But what difference does that make anyway, because everything in my life sucks?
In 1985, Carlton Fisk, still one of the premier catchers in the game, became a free agent. He strangely received only one offer and eventually re-signed with Chicago. In 1987, Andre Dawson, the Montreal Expos star slugger, tried free agency too. No one wanted him. Jack Morris, the winningest pitcher in baseball during the 80s, filed for free agency that same year. He received no offers and was forced to re-sign with the Tigers.
The owners got together in 1985 and decided to form a conspiracy under which they would break the free agent market by agreeing that no team would ever make an offer to a free agent. It was in violation of their contractual commitment. All 26 owners had signed a contract which said no club shall act in concert with any other club with respect to free agents. And they formed a conspiracy, and it included all 26 owners, general managers, club officials, 3 league presidents, several commissioners. All had to be involved and were involved in violating their contractual commitment. And it worked.
Please like and subscribe today. It's free and it helps us bring you more. Time is being called. Must have been an obstruction on the field. Strider ready to get back to work. Bottom of the 5th we go. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Denzel Clark, who walked his first time up on 4 pitches. It's 0-1. Clark, his first time up, the slider missed out of the zone, and then 3 consecutive fastballs. He couldn't find it. The 0-1 went around. 0-2. Clark wants to use his timeout, so he'll get a step out of the box. Braves 3, A's 3. Bottom 5, the 0-2. Tried to get him to chase that slider one more time. That time he held off, 1-2. 1-2 count. .96-mile-an-hour fastball. Touched the top of the zone, but didn't get the call. 2-2. The 2-2. Caught, looking strike 3. 4-seam fastball. Backwards K. Got him. 1 down. Other games in Major League Baseball today, the Baltimore Orioles. I'll tell you what, if you ever want to get hot, play the Atlanta Braves. Baltimore Orioles swept the Mets today. I believe they swept the series. I have to go back and check that one. In Baltimore, Maryland, 3-1 in Game 1 and 7-3 in Game 2. First pitch to Butler is fouled off. It's 0-1. Chicago Cubs in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Pound the Twins 8-1. The 0-1 lifted into left field, going back on the track, chasing at the wall, making the running catch is Profar. Jurickson, Profar, pro good, makes the grab, 2 down. The Yankees held off the Mariners in extra innings 6-5 in the Bronx today. The Cardinals 8-1 winners over the Nationals in St. Louis. We'll see them tomorrow, the Cardinals. First pitch on the way is a four-seamer. Swing and a miss. Rooker, who's 1 for 2. It's 0-1. Diamondbacks 2-0 over the Padres in San Diego, California. The Rangers 4-0 over the Angels in Anaheim. The 0-1 swing. That ball's belted. Is that ball going to stay in? It's going to go off the wall. Acuna gave chase, took a funny hop. Harris has it, fires it in the infield, and it's a 2-out double. I was surprised that stayed in. That had a lot of flight. There's a small wall out there, but it just stayed in to keep the game tied. 96-mile-an-hour fastball, toasted. Probably, we'll call it, I don't know, 3-4 feet below the very short porch there. So 2 down, and that'll bring Nick Kurtz, who's 0 for 1, to the dish. Strider steps off the bump. First pitch on the way. Inside 95, misses. 1-0. Brings it. Swing. Fouls it back. 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. High and out of the zone. 2-1. Braves 3, A's 3. Bottom 5, 2 outs. Runner at second. The 2-1 pitch. Slider well inside, 3-1. Standing on deck is Andahar. Almost wonder if you just might want to put him on and go up against the right-hander. Nick Kurtz, 14 home runs on the year. 3-1. Curveball down and in, ball 4. So he'll head down to first. It's the third walk of the night for Spencer Strider versus his 8 strikeouts. By the way, if you took him out in Vegas, you hit. Spencer Strider over-under tonight was 7.5. Sean Murphy goes back out there to talk to Spencer Strider, go over game plan versus Andujar. Miguel Andujar, 0 for 2 on the night. Line out to center, line out to short. On deck is Soderstrom. You don't want to see him this inning. He's 2 for 2 with the home run, the 3-run shot. 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the 5th. First pitch on the way. Swing, chops it off the plate. It's 0-1. The 0-1 swing, lifts it high into center, but Harris has room. He'll make the catch long before the warning track, and that'll end the inning. Ace put a couple on, but that's it. We go to the top of the sixth. The heart of the order due up for your Atlanta Braves.
It's just a long string of very bad luck. And I don't know what kind of carnage I inflicted in a past life to deserve it. It must have been Dracula or a spin instructor.
They make jokes about you drinking, like I make jokes about Ed. Can I?
That's may I.
May, excuse me.
You were dangling a participle, and I just wanted to...
Well, I'll wear a long coat and nobody will notice it.
So you mean to tell me that I'm nobody's TikTok crush? Whatever, I don't care.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
Over a period of 3 years, 1985, 6, and 7, and possibly into 1988, they managed to have a airtight conspiracy.
The union took the case to arbitrators, and after thousands of hours of testimony, Major League Baseball was found guilty of collusion. The conspiracy was broken, and the owners had to pay the players $280 million in lost wages.
Braves Country Radio, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Matt Olson leads us off. First pitch on the way. 94-mile-an-hour sinker. Inside, it's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. They have gone to the bullpen. More on that in 1 second. The 1-0. 94 misses. Sinker. 2-0. J.P. Sears had thrown 86 pitches. They don't typically have him do more than that. J.T. Ginn. The 2-0. Right there on the outer edge. 2-1. J.T. Ginn, the right-hander. The 2-1 count. Swing and a miss. Chase a slider down and around his ankles. Do it again. Did look it up. He does pronounce it again. I thought maybe it was gin because it's spelt like gin but an extra N. But it is Ginn. Played his college ball at Mississippi State. Drafted by the Mets. By the way, an update on the guy that we had with the Mets a few weeks ago we were laughing about. The 2-2. Misses high 3-2. Remember Richard Lovelady? And I was laughing because I was like, there's no way you named that kid that. Evidently, before he came to the majors, all his friends called him Dickie. And when he realizes the 3-2, chops it over to second. It's going to be an easy 4-3 put out, one away. When he realized the backlash he was going to get from the media, he decided to tell everyone to call him Richard. But his family and friends call him Dickie. I still can't believe a parent did that to a kid. One up, one down. Austin Riley, your batter. First pitch on the way, 94, misses. It's on 1. Or 1-0, excuse me. The 1-0. Righty-righty matchup. Brings it. Swing! Fouls it back. 1-1. Fernando Tatis just went yard. It's 2-1 Arizona versus San Diego. The 1-1 count. Dixon fires. Sinker. Well down and off the plate. Ball 2-2-1. Braves 3, A's 3. A's jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the first. Braves tied it up in the fourth. The 2-1. Good sinker right there. Smacks the outer edge, 2-2. Two-two count. Swing and a miss at a slider that, I mean, what was that, O'Reilly? Good night, Irene. 2 down. That pitch was 3 feet out of the zone. Two up, 2 down, and that'll bring Sean Murphy to the plate. Thank you for the donation, Iron Lung. First pitch on the way, grabs the outer edge, looked like a ball. It was, but home plate umpire Guccione gave him about 2 to 3 extra inches out there. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup, the 0-1. Swing, fouls it back. 0-2. Oh, 2 count. Way outside, wide sinker, 1-2. Braves 3, A's 3, top of the 6th. We'd like to get that lead sometime in the next couple innings and keep Mason Miller out there in the bullpen. The 1-2, swing, chops it, roller down the third base line, but it will go foul. If Smurf can keep the line moving, Jerickson Profar, who hit a 2-run home run his last time up, stands on deck. The 1-2 count. JT back on the bump. The 16th pitch of the inning. Comes set and brings it. Outside wide, 2-2. Slider misses 4 to 5 inches off the plate. The 2-2. Swing, fouls it away. They went for that sinker just like the second strike of that Riley at bat. They set up on the outside hoping that sinker would dive back in. That 2-seam type movement. 2-2 count. They set up inside this time. The pitch. Swing, fouls it away. Pitch on the outside. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. 4th time tonight that the Braves have had an at-bat that long. The 2-2. Again comes set. Just misses the top of the zone. I'm telling you, Guccione is pinching those corners. It's a full count. Looking to see what that reaction is over in the Athletics. They are not happy. Time is called. This time I think the timeout was made by home plate umpire. Not sure what the reasoning was. Appears to be okay. You never know what that is. It could be a number of things. Could have had something in his eye, whatever. All right, so a full count, 2 outs. JT comes set, the payoff pitch. Caught looking, strike 3. But it didn't matter in the end. Threw the same exact pitch, and Murphy watched it twice. We'll be back. Bottom of 6 we go, tied at 3.
Can't wait to hear future generations give their children advice like, son, if something sounds too Gucci to be trill, it's probably cap. Dead ass.
I'm resilient. I'm strong. I'm powerful. I have head trauma. We're good.
Ever thought of getting a partner again? Oh, no. I tried Linda Lovelace, but she said she had it up to here.
I didn't know that.
She didn't want to be with me.
She just got divorced this week. Did you know that?
Oh, I want to wish her or whoever gets her a lot of luck.
Inside smells like up dog.
Inside smells like up dog?
Yeah.
What's up dog?
Not much.
What's...
Most people have not fully understood what that collusive effort meant. That it was an agreement not to improve your team. It was an agreement that no matter how important these free agents are, superstars available to improve your team, to fill in holes on a team that could otherwise be a pennant contender, it was an agreement you will not, under any circumstances, make an offer to a free agent no matter how good he is. And that is really a conspiracy to fix the pennant race. And I think that in terms of scandalous proportions, that collusive conspiracy really was far worse than what is generally conceded to be the worst scandal, the Black Sox scandal, involving 8 players. This involved all 26 owners and all their officials, and not for one series, but for 3 consecutive and possibly 4 years.
Thank you for listening, liking, and subscribing to Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Spencer Strider goes back to work. He's at 78 pitches to start the 6th inning here. First one is a curveball to Soderstrom, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Tyler Soderstrom, he has seen pitches well coming out of Strider's hand. He's 2 for 2 with the home run, a single, the 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. Soderstrom belted his 16th home run of the year, giving the A's a 3-0 lead in the first inning. 52nd RBI. The 0-2. Strider brings it. Time is called. Was that a pitch violation? I guess that was a pitch clock violation. Go back, it's 1-2. 1-2 count. In the dirt. 2-2. The 2-2. After this at bat, we're going to try to change that screen real quick because it looks like it's a touch behind. The 2-2. Outside wide, full count. The payoff pitch from Strider. Swing, fouls it away. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Braves infield back into the right. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, he got him that time. Slider that fell off the table. 1 away. Spencer Strider, his 9th strikeout. We're going to change the screen real quick. So if that one mental patient's in here, don't freak out. We'll be back with the 3D once it reappears. First pitch on the way is a 4-seamer. Right there for a strike, it's 0-1. See if this may fix this. The 0-1. 96. Misses out wide. 1-1. Max Muncy, the batter. No, not that Max Muncy. 1-1 count. 95 misses high and out of the zone. 2-1. Muncy 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Batting .220 on the year, 8 home runs. 23-year-old. Pulling short for the injured Wilson. The 2-1 swing and a miss. 2-2. Muncy from Camarillo, California, drafted by the A's in the first round in 21. The 2-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3. His 10th punchy. 2 down. Man, is he having a good bounce back. That first couple innings, he was really struggling. He has looked good ever since. Muncy was drafted straight out of high school, by the way, out of Thousand Oaks, California. First pitch to Wins is rifled back foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Chase the slider off the plate. If y'all missed the announcement, we have already picked the first 2 of the late night doubleheaders we're going to do the second half of the season pretty regularly on Friday nights. There's the 0-2. Did he go around? He did not. Laid off that one. This time it's 1-2. This will begin when we come off the other side of the All-Star break. Friday night doubleheaders. And then when we get into August and September, you're going to be seeing an extra game or so throughout the week done the same way. The 1-2 just misses outside. 2-2. For those of y'all who like to stay up late, or those are on the West Coast, we'll be doing the Braves game first and then following it up with the double feature. The 2-2. 96. Caught looking strike 3. Punched him out on the outer edge. And that'll end the inning. Spencer Strider strikes out the side. 1, 2, 3. 11 punchies. Let's get him some runs, Braves country.
I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. As soon as my direct deposit hit, my taste buds be allergic to everything that's in my refrigerator.
Hey, Braves country. This is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
So I wanted to tell y'all this because I thought it was comical, so I was wanting to see if somebody else thought it was funny. My child come home and was like, Mom, you want to see all my Valentines? I was like, yeah, cool, bring them to me. So, of course, they were just normal Valentines, but one of them had actual, like, kids writing on it, and it was a decent little amount of writing. So I read it, and I was like, did this little girl leave this note for anybody else, or was it just for you? He was like, no, I was the only one that got that note. It says, Happy Valentine's Day to the person who has seen the best and the worst of me and didn't run away screaming. So mind you, my child is about to turn 10. So these are 4th graders. What does she mean by that? He said, I don't know, Mama. She just sits there and stares at me all day. I was like, well, have you told her to stop? He was like, many of times.
In the 1988 World Series, the Los Angeles Dodgers were the decided underdogs against a resurgent Oakland Athletics. The Dodgers' best hitter, Kirk Gibson, was injured and not expected to play. In the first game, in the bottom of the 9th, with 2 outs and 1 man on, and Oakland leading 4-3, their ace reliever Dennis Eckersley on the mound, Dodger manager Tommy Lasorda called to the clubhouse to see if Gibson could possibly pinch hit.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way to Jerickson Profar from JT Ginn is right there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. JT, 21 pitches into the ninth, relieving JP Sears. The 0-1, inside 95, 1-1. 1-1 count. Brings it inside 87. Kind of had to dance out of the way a little bit. 2-1. For those of y'all who are making it, we're going to have some neat little stuff that we're bringing to y'all. Hoping to get an accurate head count by the weekend. The 2-1. Misses high, 3-1. 3-1 count. I know Pete has probably kept pace on that, so I'll probably reach out to her to find out how much stuff I need to bring. The 3-1 pitch. Swing! Chops it over to first. Grabbed by Kurtz. He'll flip it to second. High throw. Again, will step on the bag. 1 down. That was almost a gift. I'm going to go ahead and pin that you just put up there on, I'm going to try to do it. Brian, I believe I changed the pin. Yeah, I did. The information you just put there on the Creekwood Tavern. Marcell Ozuna, the batter. Righty-righty matchup. Marcell hit a home run last night. We could go for one of those here. First pitch, swing, slices it foul. It's 0-1. Ozuna's 0 for 2, a fly out, a ground out. Batting .237. The 0-1. Inside, 1-1. One count. Brings it way outside wide, 2-1. Braves 3, A's 3, top of the 7th. The 2-1. Swing, pops it up. Well underneath that one. Butler's got it with these. He'll fight the sun a little bit, but he's got it, 2 down. Braves have 4 hits. And 3 of them came in that 1 inning where we scored the runs. The only other hit was Nick Allen. Ozzie Albies your batter. Top of the 7th, first pitch. Grabs the outer edge. For a strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, lifts it. High and deep into right field. Going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong. A solo shot, and the Wiz hits a home run for the first time in a long time. His 7th of the year. Just scooted over that short porch in right field. Got a cement mixer about middle in. And he didn't miss it. 29th RBI, 7th home run, 392 happy feet later, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. I think they're going to hit the bullpen, so we'll take a step back. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country with a 1-0 lead. On this date, 1911, after being ejected for a disputed called third strike, Sherry McGee knocks out home plate umpire Bill Finneran with just one punch. The National League suspends Philadelphia's McGee for the rest of the season, but he misses only 36 games due to an appeal. Also on this date in 1911, when umpire Bill Clem stops that same Phillies-Cardinals contest to have an unruly fan banned from the Baker Bowl, the removal will mark the first expulsion of a patron from a ball game. At the time, the standard practice was to use bodyguards after the contest to protect the arbitrators rather than risk the crowd's ire by ousting one of their own. And on this date in 1920, the Gray Eagle, Tris Speaker, who has collected 11 consecutive hits, is finally thwarted by Washington hurler Tom Zachary. Speaker's effort establishes a record that will last until 1938, when the Red Sox third baseman, Pinky Higgins, hits 12 in a row. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today. Welcome back, Braves Country. Atlanta Braves taking a one-run lead via Ozzie Albies' solo shot. That's got to feel good for him. Been struggling so badly at the plate. Michael Harris will come to the dish. He'll face our good old friend. As the first pitch on the way is a sinker up high out of the zone. It's Sean Newcomb. 1-0. Slurve outside wide, 2-0. The guy asked on X today, who did you have an unrealistic belief that they would become an all-star, multi-all-star player? The 2 O's right there for a strike, 2-1. And I didn't comment. A couple of guys came to mind, but one that didn't, that should have, was Sean Newcomb. I thought Sean Newcomb was going to be great. The 2-1 chops it right back to the mound. He's not great anymore, but he can get Michael Harris out. We'll be back in a flash. Bottom of the 7th we go. Get up and stretch, Braves Country.
All right. I can't see you. Let me hear you. All right. A 2, a 3. Me out to the ball game. Hey, me out to the side. Find me something up Cracker Jack.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Spencer Strider's going out there for another inning of work. First pitch on the way is 95 right there on the hands. It's 0-1. Is that 95 pitches? I'm a little surprised. The only thing I can think of, he's not going to pitch again until next Friday. Is he 0-1? 95 inside. 1-1. And they're probably looking to get him through the last part of the order. one more time and see where he's at after Clark bats next. 1-1, inside, 2-1. They know they're going to be up against it the next 3 days because you have Grant Holmes scheduled at this point to pitch on Friday. Is the 2-1 pitch. Swing, slaps it to right. Taking a couple of steps back, making the catch is Ronald Acuna Jr. for out number 1. But you know this weekend we're going to use that bullpen. Looks like Dylan Lee's warming up. I don't see anybody else. And you would have a left-hander due up third in this inning, so he may just be there for these first 2 batters. First pitch on the way is a slider at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Only thing I hate about them putting Dylan Lee in for that last out of this inning, if they bring him back out for the next inning, then they'll say he's unusable for Friday, and you might need Dylan Lee. The 0-2. Swing. Chops it over to Ozzie. Ozzie's got it. Flips it to first. Clark hustling down the line made it much closer than thought it was going to be. 2 down. Good hustle by Denzel Clark. I like everything about this kid. I know he doesn't hit well, but man, his speed, his hustle, his glove, that is going to be it. Brian Snicker's going to point to the bullpen. Dylan Lee's coming in. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. Welcome back, Braves Country! Atlanta Braves lead this one 4-3. Dylan Lee goes to work. Face Lawrence Butler, lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch over the edge. For a ball, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. 86 up top. Grabbed the zone. Another bad call by home plate umpire Chris Guccione. It's 2-0. 2-0 count. Brings it. Swing and a miss. 2-1. The technology has fallen behind a second, so we'll get it back going as soon as it straightens itself out. The 2-1 pitch. Swing. Lifts it into left field, down for a base hit. And it's a 2-out single for the Athletics. Good piece of hitting there by Butler. Slider on the outer edge of the plate, and he just leaned with it and slapped it to left. That should fix it. Butler with good speed standing over at first. 2 outs. And that'll bring the right-handed power bat of Brent Rooker, who has 19 home runs on the year. Good to see you, Joyce Robledo from Mexico. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Slider just below the knees. The 0-1. Right there for a strike, 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Dylan Lee looks in and brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Dylan Lee comes in, gives up a hit, but strikes out Rooker. We head to the 8th, leading by a run. We need some insurance, Braves country.
Why does it take longer to say www than it does to say World Wide Web? I object, Your Honor. Sorry, I just want to rephrase my question. Why does it take longer to say the abbreviated www than it does to say the not abbreviated World Wide Web? I object again, Your Honor, and I move to strike. Listen, aren't acronyms supposed to shorten our phrases, not make them 3 times the syllables? What is going on with W? And why is it the only letter in our alphabet with a word in it?
How'd you end up at the kids' table?
We couldn't find the leaf to expand the dining room table.
Is it true you had a cooked turkey delivered?
Look, cooking a turkey is a point of pride for me, but once I realized that I've never been proud of a turkey I've made, I figured it's time for a lineup change.
And how was the turkey?
Dry.
You had multiple uniform changes throughout dinner.
Spilled wine on myself, celebrating a touchdown.
You were watching football during dinner?
I'm sitting at the kids' table.
What'd you do with your extra 6 hours?
I did make my own cranberry sauce, which didn't get touched.
There are some reports about heavy heartburn.
Yeah, I don't think it's very ideal to be eating such a heavy meal sitting in a position where your knees are next to your ears.
I'm in the corner of the Dodger dugout anticipating that I'll be doing a losing interview. I'm standing just in front of the runway, and I can see Ben Hines, the Dodger batting coach, being dispatched by Lasorda into the clubhouse to check on Gibson. Then I can hear Gibson taking practice swings with a ball being placed by a bat boy on the tee and Gibson hitting into a net, and I can hear the grunts of pain coming from Gibson with every swing. Thwack! Thwack! And I'm thinking to myself, gee, if this guy is going to drag himself out here and hit, we've really got the stuff of legend. And Hines comes walking back, and like in a B movie, he passes Lasorda and says he thinks he's got one good swing in him. I'm thinking, who's writing this script?
First pitch to Nick Allen is right there for a strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1, the 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup, swing and a miss, four-seamer. 0-2. 0-2 count. Braves lead by 1. You'd like to get a little more insurance. The 0-2. Swing pops it back foul. Standing on deck is Ronald Acuna Jr. Thank you for the contribution, Zachary. So an 0-2 to Allen. Thank you for the contribution and the kind words, Zachary. Allen steps out of the box for a second. Sean Newcomb, ex-Atlanta Brave, standing in there. The 0-2. 95 misses high, 1-2. Close call, but he hasn't been really giving that top of the zone all night to anybody. The 1-2. Bender right there at the knees. Caught looking. Slurve. Strike 3. Allen wants to complain about it. A, looked like most of it caught the zone. B, way too close to take with 2 strikes. I'd say about 75-85% of that ball was in the strike zone. Ronald Acuna Jr., the batter. He would remember old Sean. First pitch on the way. Swing. That ball's hit over to third. Soft hopper into the glove. Avandujar, who flips it to first. 1 pitch, 1 out to get Acuna retired. So 2 down here in the 8th, and Matt Olson, the batter. First pitch on the way to Olson is a 4-seam fastball. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. I'm really surprised he hasn't gone yard in this series. The 0-1. Hanger just inside the track. Evens up the count at 1-1. 1-1 count. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Slider. Make it the Slurve, 1-2. Matt Olson has struck out twice tonight, grounded out to second. He'll take his time out. Braves lead by 1, top of the 8th. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt, good take, 2-2. If Matty can keep the line moving, Austin Riley stands on deck. Looks like Manny Machado just hit a home run to take a 1-run lead over the Diamondbacks, 3-2. What about midway through that one? The 2-2. Newcomb brings it. Swing, chops it down the third base line. Foul. Braves head to St. Louis tomorrow night, 8:15 first pitch. Then remember, Saturday is a 2:15 first pitch. We're heading to the All-Star game on Sunday, so there will not be a broadcast. But we're back at it next Friday. The 2-2. Fouls it straight back. Do it again. So 2 more broadcasts here on the play-by-play before the All-Star break for us, and we'll continue to remind folks where they can find us on that Sunday. We're meeting up for the Cardinals game at 2 o'clock. The 2-2 inside, almost gets him. Full count. And on that first day back from the All-Star break, we're going to do Braves-Yankees and follow it up with Brewers-Dodgers. The following Friday, we head to Texas, and the end of the Giants-Mets game will be on here as well. The payoff pitch. Swing, fists it back, foul. Try it up one more time. Sean Newcomb, 3.59 ERA, so he's done pretty well out of the pen for the A's. Quick timeout. Wins goes out there to talk to Newcomb. When Newcomb first came up with the Braves, he had a nasty curveball. Looks like he's throwing more of a slurve now, but he had a nasty 1-7 type curveball, and he was one of my favorite pitchers to watch. And then he fell off the rails a few years in and never could get it back. The payoff pitch, down and away, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. Maybe Austin Riley can knock him home.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House.
Looks like they're going to come get him out of the game.
Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
Mark Kotze's heading to the mound. We'll be back in a flash. 4-3, top of the 8th. Austin Riley coming to the dish. The right-hander coming out of the bullpen. Only a few games going on right now. Padres lead the Diamondbacks 3-2 in the 5th. The Rangers are all over the Angels 9-2 in the 5th. Here, 4-3 your scores. We are sitting here in the top of the 8th inning. Michael Kelly, the right-hander, will come out to face Austin Riley. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way is a slider right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Kelly with a .75 ERA. The 0-1. 95 on the outer black. It's 0-2. Austin Riley 1 for 3 with the double in the 4th. A run scored. The 0-2. Down and away. Good job of staying off that sweeper 1-2. He's had 11 appearances this year, so it's not a really small sample size. The 1-2 count. Kelly comes set. Brings it. Swing lifted high and deep into center field, drifting back right there at the warning track, making the catch for a loud out number 3. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. The Braves clinging to a 1-run lead. It's bullpen time in Braves country.
Some people need to learn how to go camping out in the mountains and not the left lane.
What are you doing there? I can see that. You're doing it wrong.
What are you talking about?
You almost finished your peas there. And you ain't even started that other, what do you call it?
Zucchini?
Yeah, whatever.
I was going to eat the zucchini after I finished the peas.
Then when are you going to get to the turkey?
After the zucchini.
That's dumb. You're supposed to eat a little of the peas, then a little bit of the cuisine.
Zucchini.
Whatever. And you take a little of the turkey there. So you get a good mixture there. That's what you call a balanced meal.
The feeling not just of exhilaration, but of utter surprise that engulfed that dugout when he made contact. The looks players exchanged, and then the spontaneous outpouring of emotion and this release of tension as he made his way around the bases was one of the greatest things I've ever seen in baseball.
And look who's coming up. 4-3 A's, 2 out, 9th inning. You talk about a roll of the dice. This is it. You know, complaining about the fact that with the left knee bothering him, he can't push off. Well, now he can't push off and he can't land. So the Dodgers trying to catch lightning right now.
And he's staying on an outside corner. He's not going to give him a ball to pull. With Davis, he just missed, but here's 2 quick strikes, both fastballs that kind of tail away at the outside part. Hasse is not even flirted with the inside part of that plate.
Sachs waiting on deck, but the game right now is at the plate. High fly ball into right field. She is gone!
It was Gibson's only at-bat in the series, but the inspired Dodgers went on to beat the stunned A's in 5 games.
Welcome back. Dylan Lee goes back to work. 4-seam fastball, Nick Kurtz. It's 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup. Kurtz, the number 3 hitter, takes the 93-mile-an-hour fastball out of the zone, 1-1. It's Kurtz, Andujar, and then Soderstrom here in the 8th inning. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. One-two count. Lee comes set, kicks and fires. Slider misses down. 2-2. Thing moved way back off the plate. I don't know why it was so far back. Usually that overhead look is just a bit above. The 2-2. Lee comes set. Swing, lifts it. High and deep into left field. That ball is going, gone. We got a tie ball game here in the 8th, 4-4. Ball flies in this place, and it flew out of here. And here comes Snicker getting Dylan Lee out. I'm sure the Boo Bird's going to be out, saying he's a day late and a dollar short. Lee doesn't tend to do well on the inning plus of work. Normally, if you get him through a half of an inning, you just need to set him down. But we got a brand new ball game. We got a right-hander coming in with a few more right-handers due up. We will be back in a flash.
We suck again!
Nick Kurtz with his 14th home run has tied this game up at 4. Now Daysbull Hernandez will come on. First pitch on the way, smoked up the middle, but right at Ozzie Albies. He'll flip it to first. 4-3 on the putout, one down. One up, one down. And now you had the man of the night for the Athletics. Soderstrom takes the first pitch right there, 98-mile-an-hour fastball at the knees. Oh, 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup, the 0-1. Down and in. 1-1. 1-1 count. The pitch in the dirt gets him. In the foot. Did it miss him? Man, he went down like he was shot by a sniper, but I guess the ball barely missed him. 2-1. That's Daysbull Hernandez for you. He is usually effectively wild. The 2-1 pitch. Swing. Jams him. Ozzie's got it. Flips it to first. 2 down. 2 up, 2 down for Daysbull. You would think the Athletics may be bringing in Mason Miller to spell the 9th. He's a tough customer. Now he's given up some runs, but when he's on, he's damn near unhittable. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss, four-seam fastball to Muncie. It's 0-1. He's got a 4.41 ERA, so you know he can get hit. But he had some hiccups about midway through the season. It appears that he is straightened back out. 0-1 out of the zone, 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing, laces it down the third base line, but foul. He gave up 3 runs in the month of June. In 10 appearances. All 3 were in one outing against Kansas City. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. A's tie it up. We'll grab the bats and see if we can get the lead again. Here in Braves country, 4-4 your score.
To anybody that's been mean to me, if you're having a hard time in life, good.
I learned a lesson. Never half-ass 2 things. Whole-ass one thing.
I'm not too sure why I'm about to tell the internet this, but I'm hoping I can save other people from doing the same exact thing. I was having a sugar attack, so I thought, well, let me go on down there to the Piggly Wiggly, and I did, right? Well, I wanted some ice cream. Okay, peanut butter flavor. See, look at it. It's got a little pretzel sticking up out the thing. It smells just like peanut butter. And I get home because I'm ready for the ice cream, right? I get it out the box. I pop the top off of it, and I ate the whole thing because it was delicious. I thought this just, for children, little children. Human little children. No, not at all, actually. I got scammed because right here in little bitty letters it says dog treat. And I ate the whole thing.
In 1869, Harry Wright, manager and outfielder for the Cincinnati Red Stockings, made 7 times the average working man's wage. In 1976, 107 years later, a ball player still made just 8 times a working man's salary. By 1994, the average major league salary would be nearly 50 times that of ordinary Americans.
The big difference now that players get so much is that it has distanced them from us. It was a blue-collar sport, and people in the stands could look at these people playing ball and think of them as workers because they were getting paid workers' salaries. And this perpetuated the illusion that with a little luck that could be me out there. The sense of we between fans and players was very strong in those days, and players stayed on a lot longer with the team, so they were familiars, like someone who worked in the same office with you almost. And all that is gone. It's quite different now.
And it will be Mason Miller. Hard-throwing, tough customer. Comes on with a 4.41 ERA. Trying to keep the game tied right here. Mason Miller digs in, the first pitch. Swing, 102 miles an hour in on the hands. It's 0-1. Yowza. Righty-righty matchup, Sean Murphy. Seeing if he can somehow time one of these pitches up. That shattered his bat. He's got to get a new one. We would love to have him in the back of our pen. I just don't think they're ever going to get cut loose of him. The 0-1. 102 out of the zone. 1-1. 1-1 count. That's what I was talking about at the top of the game, beginning of this series. We had to get leads because you didn't want to see this kid. The game on the line. The 1-1. Swing, fouls it away. So about a 14-mile-an-hour difference between that fastball and that slider. Slider still coming in at 88. 1-2 count. Standing on deck is Profar. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 104 miles an hour. Blew his doors off. One away. Good night, Irene. He's just not more of a household name because the A's haven't been that good. He's been on the scene for a few years now. First pitch to Profar is a slider in the dirt. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Slider in the dirt, 1-1. I mean, I'm telling you right now, I would trade Herschel Waldrop straight up for Miller, no questions asked. And I'd probably throw something else in there for him. The 1-1, swing, chops that one foul, 1-2. So after throwing a couple of changeups at 102 miles an hour, he's raring back at 104. I'm not saying that the A's would go for that, but that's what I would do. I would give up one of our young starters to be able to have the back of the bullpen figured out for the next half decade. 1-2 count. 104, high and out of the zone, 2-2. Mason Miller, 26 years old at Pittsburgh. The 2-2, dribbles it back to the mound. 2 up, 2 down here in the 9th. Miller underhands it over to Kurtz. So now it is up to the Big Zoo. And in his heyday a couple of years ago, the Big Zoo absolutely could keep up with 104 and give us the lead, but he's fallen off of late. See if he can push that sun up into the sky one more time. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 103. Outer edge. It's 0-1. Played his college ball at Gardner-Webb. Was drafted by the Athletics in the 3rd round in 2021. Raziel Iglesias is warming up for the Braves. The 0-1. 103 outside. It's comical. 1-1. I mean, the catcher wins, puts his glove up there, and it's just a dart. 1-1 count. Down and away, misses. 1-0-2. 2-1. But if Ozuna can make contact with one of those pitches and send it a-sailing, we'll have the lead. The 2-1. Swing! That ball's popped up. Got the slider out in front and underneath it, and that'll end the inning. Braves go down 1-2-3. Now it's Iglesias' turn to try to shut down the A's. See if he can borrow that 104-mile-an-hour fastball from Miller.
I'm finna tell y'all why y'all should never delete. Let me tell you why. One day I posted it and it had like 10 views in an hour. So I was kind of mad about that, but I went to sleep and I woke back up, and guess how many views I had? 11. That could be you, okay?
Would you like to take us fishing and tell us life lessons and stories about your childhood?
I got a better idea. Why don't you boys go dig a hole and I'll get another beer?
Someone didn't love you enough when you were little, did they?
Good call.
Tragic.
Little investment advice. Bip Roberts, 1986 rookie card, worth about $275. 20 years from now, who knows? 1,000, 2,000, might even go.
Bip, man, you were looking at Robin Roberts. Says here your car's worth 4 cents.
Yo, T, 4 cents if it's in excellent condition, but 10 cents if it's totally mint.
Dad, Mom says I have to remind you to behave yourself through the holidays.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Mom says you know how people are and you should just keep quiet and just be nice.
How come people don't remember how I am? How come they can't learn to shut the up and be nice in my house? Let's try that.
We have these unreasonable expectations of all baseball heroes. We want them to be good at life as well as good at baseball. If you think about it, it's unfair. It's hard enough to expect them to play baseball well. I'm convinced there is the same division in baseball that there is in life itself, of true heroes, of people of strong principle, of ordinary everyday people, of rogues, of weaklings. Pete Rose turned out to be extremely fallible.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. So here we go, bottom of the 9th. Eyeglasses coming on. Try to keep it right here at at 4-4, excuse me. He'll face the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Austin Wynns takes the first swing and sends it down the right field line. Coming over, giving chase, making the running catch is Ronald Acuna Jr. Nice play there in the corner, one down. Thought he was going to run out of room. Shoestring catch in the corner.
Bravo.
First pitch on the way to Geloff is a swing and a miss. Sinker, high and tight, it's 0-1. The 0-1. 95 at the knees. So an 0-2 count. Brings it, swing, dribbles it over to short. Allen's got it, it's got to hurry the throw. Here it comes, got him. 6-3 strike over there to Olsen, making the lunge. Geloff's got good wheels, good play, great play, 2 down. 2 good defensive plays here to start the 9th inning. And the Braves are 1 defensive out away from free baseball. Two up, 2 down. And that'll bring the number 9 hitter. Pinch hitting for Desmond Clark is Langoliers. It's a 95-mile-an-hour sinker off the edge. 1-0. Righty-righty matchup. 1-0. 95. Hits the top of the zone but does not get the call. 2-0. 2-0 count. Swing and a miss. 94 right down the track, 2-1. The 2-1 from Iglesias. They set up on the outer edge. Swing and a miss. 96. Out of the zone, 2-2. Braves 4, A's 4, bottom 9. The 2-2 count. Raziel Iglesias comes set and brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 great defensive plays and a hell of a K by Eyeglasses. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
About me is that I will buy that coffee. I will do I need it? First off, watch your tone. Second off, not at all. But I don't regret it. I don't regret it, babe, I don't. Pockets empty, hearts full. Cheers to that, bucko.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Is It Allergies? Is it COVID? Is it my period? Or is this just how my body feels in my 30s?
One thing about me is that I will be having a Diet Coke. I will be having a Diet Coke. I will be enjoying this beverage. And I make my own money, so I spend it how I like, and I spend it on Diet Coke sometimes, because that's what I want to do. And nothing grinds my gears more than whenever I'm sipping on my Diet Coke, and somebody's like, you know, that's just as bad for you as the regular thing. Oh my God. Oh my God, I did not know that I asked. I was not aware that I asked.
And to throw out the ceremonial first pitch, the roar for the Yankee flipper, Joe DiMaggio. As Joe, Yankees of today still in awe of the Clipper as a player and as a man.
Pete Rose had played in 3,562 games, come to bat 14,035 times, and made 4,256 hits, more than any other man in all 3 categories. He had been a hero to 2 generations of baseball fans, Cincinnati's favorite citizen, so popular that a member of the city council once tried to get him declared a civic landmark to prevent his ever playing anywhere else. He seemed to be a throwback to some mythical earlier age of hit and run, hard scrabble baseball when players played for the pure joy of it.
Welcome back. Justin Sterner's going to come on, so goodbye, Mr. 105. Go have a seat in the clubhouse and leave us alone. Braves 4, A's 4, top of the 10th. Remember, the last out for the Braves was Marcell Ozuna. So they're going to pinch run for him with Eli White. He will be the ghost runner at second base. We'll go ahead and pull the screen back so you can see any kind of movement on the base paths. Ozzie Albies is your batter. Righty-lefty matchup. The first pitch on the way. Check swing, cutter, up around the letters. He went around. It's 0-1. Ozzie Albies hit a solo shot, just snuck it over the right field wall to give the Braves a 4-3 lead his last time up. The 0-1. Chase one down in the dirt, nowhere near the zone. 0-2. The 0-2 count. Brings it. 94 misses high, 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Thank you for the donation, shooter. We had an issue with that. With the 3D, it wasn't loading, so that wasn't intentional. We were waiting for the screen to load one more time. First pitch on the way to Michael Harris is a sweeper. Down and in, it's 0-1. I do apologize. We can't control this thing that we're showing you on the screen. We're at its mercy. The 0-1. Outside wide, 1-1. The 1-1 count. Michael Harris 0 for 3. Batting 206 now. The 1-1 pops it back foul. 1-2. 1-2 count. Eli still sitting out there at second base, all by his lonesome. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. I mean, you talk about 2 dead spots in the order. 2 down. Michael Harris, another 0-fer. He's now batting 205. Drake Baldwin's going to come to the plate to hit for Nick Allen, which means Luke Williams will have to be used at short. Pitching coach Scott Emerson is out there to talk to Sterner and Langoliers to go over a game plan. Probably talking about the idea if they could just put him on. But I don't know if that's the smartest move in the world, pitching around Baldwin when you have Acuna standing on deck. I know Acuna's 0 for 4, but that's playing with fire right there. Sterner goes back to work. Righty-lefty, first pitch on the way. Swing, fouls it straight back. It's 0-1. Any kind of ball that gets down in the outfield is going to score Eli with his speed. It would have to be a rocket right at someone for Freddie not to send him. The 0-1. Swing, lifts it foul down the line. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Pitch on the way, down and in, 1-2. Schumann, by the way, came on for Wins behind home plate. Langoliers is now on for Clark, and he is at home. Schumann is in center. 1-2's fouled back again. We'll do it again, 1-2. So Langoliers is going to be the pinch runner next inning. The 1-2. Inside almost gets him. Almost want him to stick his chicken wing out there and bounce it off that pad he's wearing. Take his base. Eli White takes third. I don't know if you can necessarily call that defensive indifference, but the 2-2. Swing! Fouls it back. They weren't covering third base. They had a shift on, so he took third base by basically just running down there, and nobody even chased him. The 2-2 to Drake. Pitch on the way. Swing. Just got a piece of it. Braves 4, A's 4, top 10, 2 out. The 2-2. Down and in. Full count. Full count to the Drake. Runner at third. Here's the pitch. Swing. Pops it up. High into left field. Easy play, easy out, and that'll end the inning. Braves go down in order. We head to the bottom of the 10th. The top of the order due up for the Athletics.
You decide to go through your man's phone, don't go checking his text messages. Go to his bank app and send your ass some money. Stop being stupid.
I am starving. I haven't had lunch since yesterday.
Dogs can't operate MRI machines, but cats can.
Dad, I want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
You don't even know what I'm saying thank you for yet.
So?
So, you can't say you're welcome when you don't know what I'm thankful for.
There's a million reasons in your life you should be thankful. I'm probably responsible for half of them. And you never say you're thankful for anything unless your mother forces you to, so if you're going to give me this one, I'll take it blind.
I was going to say thank you for bringing home dinner for me last night.
I didn't.
What?
I brought your mother home dinner. She gave you some of hers.
Why didn't you buy me dinner too?
Because you said you had an FFA event from 4:30 to 7:30 and you were going to eat there. I'm not going to buy you dinner and leave it on the counter till 8 o'clock at night, princess, just in case you're hungry. If you're hungry when you get home, nuke something.
What?
Microwave it. Then you could be thankful you have a microwave. And electricity. And a house.
I feel gross, like I'm getting older, I'm gaining weight. Like my neck's getting all disgusting. Like this is where I could really use a compliment.
Your eyesight's good. But Pete Rose had a secret addiction, gambling. Some years he lost as much as $500,000. And some witnesses testified that he bet on baseball games in which his own team played. Rose denied it. I'd be willing to bet you, he said, if I was a betting man, that I have not bet on baseball.
I said yesterday on another network, I'm happy to look in the camera now and say I never bet on baseball, and I never bet on Cincinnati Red baseball.
His fans refused to believe the charges.
Lawrence Butler leads us off. Pierce Johnson on the bump. Righty-lefty matchup. Ghost runner. Langoliers at second. First pitch on the way is a curveball. At the knees, it's 0-1, facing the top of the order, whereas the Braves had the bottom of the order due up in their half inning. Some kind of a delay. Not sure what's going on here. Pierce Johnson out there talking to home plate umpire Guccione. So here we go again. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Sounds like there's the Athletics broadcast is saying that the Lawrence Butler asked for a new baseball. He doesn't have that power, but I guess they did it anyways. Weird. The 0-2. Swing, slaps it foul. Curveball off the edge. Do it again. You would have happened in the old days. He got himself a rib sandwich. The 0-2 count. Luke Williams is now at short. Pitch in the dirt. All the other defensive alignment is the same for the Braves. Luke Williams in for Allen, who was pinch hit for by Baldwin in the last half inning. The 1-2. Down and in, 2-2. 2-2 count. Butler, Rooker, and Kurtz due up. So lefty, righty, lefty. The 2-2. PJ comes set. Looks back the runner at second. Kicks and fires. Caught looking, strike three. 96 upstairs. One away. Butler's complaining to home plate umpire Guccione. And it did look like it may be a touch inside. But at the same token, too close to take with 2 strikes. That pitch came in and just snuck in the back door. And he made such a big display of it, I'm a little surprised he didn't get run. Righty-righty matchup now. Rooker the batter. First pitch, 96 up top. Misses high, 1-0. Guess that's what you get for asking for for new baseball. The 1-0. PJ looks back. Brings it. Swing and a miss. Big hack at that one, 1-1. Braves country today comes on at noon tomorrow. We're going to be going over the All-Star game. Cincinnati Reds fan Doug Salfisberg stops by. The 1-1 in the dirt, 2-1. 2-1 count. Then we're off to St. Louis, and then the All-Star break. Good block by Murphy, by the way. That ball was ate up. Once again, if he's not always sitting on his knee, he'd do a much better job of blocking those types of pitches. The 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. But they've been taught to do that for a number of reasons. It's not just to save their knees. It's also because they believe they get better framing when you're on your knee because you're not bouncing around back there. The 2-2. Swing, sizzles it back, foul. Do it again. Winning run at second base, 1 out. The 2-2 count. PJ looks back and brings it. Swing, rips it over to short. Ball is caught. That's going to be an inning-ending double play. Line drive to Luke Williams, and he underhands it to Ozzie and gets him just in time. We'll be back in a flash. They are not going to challenge it here in Braves country.
Hey, to all the people out there leaving posters for their lost cats, cats don't get lost. Your cat left you.
Here's to you, Mr. Robinson, Frank Robinson, one of the most underrated players of all time. When he retired in 1976, he ranked 4th on the all-time home run list behind only Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, and Willie Mays. He won the American League Triple Crown in 1966. Since, only 2 other players have accomplished this feat. Despite pitching dominating the 60s, he led the league in OPS plus 4 times during that time frame. In 1966, his OPS plus would reach 198, telling you he was twice as productive as the average player during that time. Some players said he was as likely to barrel into second base to break up a double play as he was to hit a home run. On the biggest stage, he thrived, hitting 10 home runs and slugging .532 in just 35 games. He was also named the 1966 World Series MVP. Over his 21-year career, he won Rookie of the Year, 2 MVP awards, 1 Triple Crown, and a Gold Glove, to go along with his World Series and All-Star Game MVP awards and his Manager of the Year award in 1989. Simply put, he could do it all.
I have my period, I have a headache.
You don't have your period.
You know if I got my period or not.
Oh wow, you definitely have it. That's the attitude that Dad talks about.
Fooled me completely. I saw everything that was good in him. He was wonderful with common people. He knew the first names of the people who rolled out the tarp. He knew little things about little people that an arrogant man shouldn't know and couldn't know in a way. On the other hand, he had at least 3 major flaws. He was an addictive gambler, he was an addictive womanizer, and he was absolutely a compulsive perfectionist about work. And all those things got him in trouble. In that sense, he is a tragic character in that he's a man who has a lot of good parts to him, but 1 or 2 or 3 bad areas of his life just ruined him.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Nifty combo by Williams to Ozzie to get that double play. Langoliers caught leaning on a line drive right in front of him. So Luke Williams will be your ghost runner. Ron Acuna Jr. gets a chance of redemption here. He's 0 for 4 tonight. First pitch on the way. High and out of the zone. It's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing! Line drive to second base. Luke Williams makes it back. Soft line drive, 1 down. One up, 1 down. Just not a good night for Ron Acuna Jr. at the plate. Now 0 for 5. 3 strikeouts. Matt Olson, he's 0 for 3. Not much better luck. He did walk in the 8th. First pitch on the way. Swing and hammers it down the right field line, well out of play. That thing took a right angle turn out of the stadium. The 0-1. Sterner turns around. Flips. Looks back the runner. We're going to try to straighten up this screen again. Not in our control. This is strictly years of error by Major League Baseball. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Righty-lefty matchup. Pitch on the way. 95 out wide, 1-2. The 1-2. Kicks and fires. 94 out of the zone. 2-2. Sterner's still the pitcher. They have not changed there. He's at 23 pitches. Remember, they went to the bullpen pretty early in this game. This is the 5th guy out of the bullpen that they have used. The 2-2 count. Swing, pops it back foul. We'll do it again. On deck is Riley. If they can get the line moving, it would be Smurf and then Profar. Braves 4, A's 4. Just 5 hits for the Atlanta Braves tonight, 7 for the Athletics. The 2-2. Swing, lifts it. High and deep into left center field, going back on the track, making the catch at the wall. for a loud out number 2. On the play, Luke Williams will easily make it down to third, but there are 2 outs. Man, he gave that a ride. That missed home run territory by about 5 feet. Just a couple feet longer, and it's going to be off the wall. Man, is that close. Austin Riley, your batter, first pitch on the way, bangs it over to the right side, off the glove of the pitcher. It's going to get to Karam, 2 second baseman. Geloff, he'll flip it to first, and that'll end the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out for Riley. We go to the bottom of the 11th, still tied at 4.
I'm surrounded by a lot of women in this department, and that includes the men.
I'm sorry, did you know that they put the Motorola Razr on display in a museum? Hang on. They put the Motorola Razr on display in a museum. How for? What come? 'Cause I had a Motorola Razr. Matter of fact, I was fickety flexing with my Motorola Razr, top of the line technology when it was in my possession. And now you got it on display in a museum like it's an ancient Egyptian artifact? Calm down, salientologist. And millennials, you know what this means for us, don't you? I'm not going to say it out loud. I would never disrespect us in such a manner, but you know what this means, don't you?
In August of 1989, after a long investigation, the Commissioner of Baseball, Bart Giamatti, held a press conference.
The banishment for life of Pete Rose from baseball is the sad end of a sorry episode. One of the game's greatest players has engaged in a variety of acts which have stained the game, and he must now live with the consequences of those acts. It will come as no surprise that, like any institution composed of human beings, this institution will not always fulfill its highest aspirations. I know of no earthly institution that does. But this one, because it is so much a part of our history as a people, and because it has such a purchase on our national soul, has an obligation to the people for whom it's played, fans and the well-wishers in the millions, to strive for excellence in all things and to promote the highest ideals.
Less than 2 weeks after barring Rose from baseball, Giamatti died of a heart attack.
Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Aaron Bummer will come on here. 3.41 ERA. Lefty-lefty matchup to start it off. Nick Kurtz, the batter. So you'll have a lefty, a righty, and a lefty due up in this inning. First pitch on the way is a curveball right there. Across the belt for a strike, it's 0-1. So that's why they went to Bummer. 3, 4, 5 batters. Rooker is the ghost runner, the 0-1. Sweeper outside wide, 1-1. 1-1 count. Murphy still behind the plate. The 1-1. 91 sinker at the knees. 1-2. Kurtz 1 for 2. 2 walks, a solo shot. The 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Good block by Murphy. Two count. Infield back and to the right. So a big hole on the left side. Bummer comes set. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the curveball. 1 away. Good bender. 17th strikeout for the Atlanta Braves tonight for their pitching staff. 11 by Spencer Strider. 12 for the Athletics. 6 for their starter. They're going to go ahead and walk Andujar. This is interesting. To get to Soderstrom. First pitch on the way. Swing. That ball's belted up the middle. That'll end the game. That was really strange game plan there. Walk to get to Soderstrom. That'll end the game. The Braves lose it 5-4. You walk to get to the guy who is the player of the game. I mean, he's got you walked a guy who hit a 3-run home run. He had a single earlier in the game. He went 3 for 5, 4 RBIs. And you walked to get to him. Good job, Snicker. We'll see you tomorrow. Braves lose a tough one. Good Lord. But it's not his fault. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude, grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted, and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball. And now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.